What's the Swahili name for cheetah?
Bahati.
Bahati.
Oh, the Swahili name for cheetah is Duma.
Duma.
But the name of this one is Bahati.
Bahati.
Bahati, yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Where's the baby?
She's calling. She's down there.
Good girl.
Oh, she looks at me.
Yeah, take your hat off, son. We've got a few cars around us.
Everybody's taking a picture.
Hello, Daniel. There she goes. It's pretty surreal getting this close to a big cat. They're not really bothered by us. They're up there mainly to look for lines. Good spot on top of the car to keep a lookout. This one here was pretty fascinated by Sonia's pink cap. Every time Sonia went down to the car, would have a look down to the sunroof and freak us out a bit, but it's pretty good. So what we've got here, I took several hundred photos on Safari, but I've whittled it down to these 12 images. And what I actually want to do is convert them to black and white. Going for this sort of look. Now, these are obviously taken with way better equipment than what I had at the time. I had a Nikon D300, which is a crop sensor camera, and I use a Sigma 50-500 lens. Pretty good, but not in the same league as what these guys are using. But we can emulate the look of these images just with a few simple clicks. That's great. So my tool of choice, and I've used this a couple of times in the past, is Silver FX Pro. I like the look it gives you. I actually like my black and whites quite contrasty, and Silver FX Pro gives me pretty good control over all different aspects of the image. So I'll edit one in Silver FX Pro, and then I'll go through and edit the others behind the scenes, and then you can see what they all look like when I've finished. So first we select the image out, click to develop, crop the image to my liking, right click, edit in Silver FX Pro 2, edit with Lightroom adjustments, that will bring over the crop, edit. Now there's some good presets over here. I tend to use the ones that are under the modern category. There's also some classic presets, wide variety, and some vintage, which are sepia toned or very faded. So I'm going to use modern, and the look I'm going for is probably close to this full dynamic smooth image. I like how it makes the background nice and white, and the zebras are quite contrasty already, but I'm going to enhance that some more. So let's bump up the contrast a bit, amplify the blacks a bit more, amplify the whites. See, it's pretty dark down here, so we can do some selective adjustments. Get control point, put that control point down, and if I tick this it'll show me what I'm going to be adjusting. And I can change the radius of that by just dropping this, so probably there. Untick that, and just bring up the brightness a bit. Better. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So we can untick that to see what change that's made. Retick it to bring it back on. I might just increase the structure a little bit. It's quite a soft image, thanks to my non-professional camera and lens at the time. Wish I could go back with the gear I had now. Much better. Bring up the fine structure a bit. And I reckon that's looking pretty good. So I do a compare before. Just before I made any local adjustments here. After, definitely the look I'm after. And once you're back in Lightroom, just go through and edit the rest of the images so they have a similar sort of look to this one. So if I go back to the 12 images, you can see here they have a similar sort of black and white tone about them. I've selected 12 images because they would look good in a calendar. So here's one that I prepared earlier. Up on Redbubble, great place to sell some of my photography. You can see here I put the images in the calendar, and as I scroll through it's got that look that I was going for. I'll put a link to the calendar if you want to have a look in the description below. But anyway, there's a quick look at how I edited some black and white safari pictures. Here's a closer look at them now.